talking about that.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
now we're on. Now we are recording. We are live. For
We
us.
are talking about that.
Yes, we are.
Boom. We always talking. This is Talk About That. This is our weekly podcast. We try to post every Friday. This is episode 2. So you are catching it very young if you are seeing it now. Usually we have a few more people with us, but right now, as of today, we've got Tyler from Stetson AKs, and we've got Nat from Three Eyed Art Collective. Today, because it's just a few of us, it's probably gonna be a little more BSing, a little more kind of joking around. But we definitely want to talk about some art today. So, because Tyler didn't say nothing last time, we're gonna start today with Tyler. How did you start in art? Let's give a little bit of information to the people. You own Slips and AKs clothing company. You've got skateboard grip. You've got t-shirts, pins. You kind of got it all. What got you started in that, and what really kind of brought that artistic spark to all of it?
I mean, what got me started in Sluts and AKs was just my brother passing and getting into all of that, just looking for another outlet to do things. But me getting started in art, like just spray painting as a kid, and then like around 13, started making stencils and realized I could sell those stencils to other people that do the same thing, and just kept going from there.
Hell yeah, that's dope. When did you make your first piece of like artwork, or like what you would consider a sellable piece of art?
I mean,
I feel like that's a bad question because you guys don't ever feel like your art is good enough.
yeah, I was about to say I still don't want to sell my art.
True, true. So then, I'll just take out the when you first got started. But when was your first proud piece of art, or like something you were like, this is what I want to do, and I want the world to see it?
I still don't think I've had that moment. It's just usually
No?
people telling me that
So-
they want it. Yeah.
How did Sluts and AKs start? Where did the name come from?
So the name came from just me joking around with my brother, just making fun of his tattoos. Like how people just get some random word on their forearm right here, and then like the outline of an AK on this side. I told him I was going to get sluts on one side and then AKs on the other side. So
Okay, solid.
after he passed, I just was looking for something to do and started making shit.
Okay, so what was the first thing you made? Was it T-shirts?
It
As the clothing company.
was T-shirts, pins, and stickers, all of the same design. It was a picture of a rose I took that I bought for him a few years later, and then just threw the logo over it, edited it, and then yeah, that was the start of it.
Solid. And you've done a lot of traveling with us. And I remember when I first asked you if you wanted to travel, you had talked about doing. You did a lot of music traveling with music artists. What was like kind of your intro into setting up your booth and kind of showing face? Was it the music? Was it flea markets? Was it
Pretty much all like local Colorado shows, doing with my friends and stuff. They'd be
Nice.
performing, have a merch booth. I'd be able to set up at it. They'd help me out with that. So yeah, just started there, and then you offered me to join you guys.
Really? So you'd never done like a convention setting before?
Not with my own stuff, no.
Cool. Oh yeah, because you used to run with or work the Sullen booth, right?
So I was working it. I was getting tattooed by it, and there was nobody there, so I was the only one to run it.
Sounds about
Oh,
right.
Nope.
Word. Okay. I think that was the equivalent of like lying on your resume when you first told me that.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
damn.
Solid.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
Does your whiteboard say "Daddy" on it?
It does.
Hey, that's awesome.
Now you can see that.
Oh,
Right?
I miss our whiteboard.
Me too. It was full of such green.
It was chaos.
Oh,
And-
heck yeah, it was. And we got it all done except for a few small things. Which,
We never got another whiteboard. I think that was on the whiteboard.
yeah, because it came with the building.
Oh yeah, we couldn't take. I think I asked if we could take it.
We could take it. We just didn't want to unscrew it and take it off the wall. We're lazy.
Too much work.
Yeah.
After you move the file cabinets and all those big old printers we have,
I got my
you can have
boner.
the whiteboard.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
him, little tuxedo kitty.
That's a street kitty.
That's a street pussy.
That's not even my cat.
Nice.
It's a neighbor cat.
That's awesome.
I love him.
Next question, because I'm curious. When was the first board that you made? Like actual skateboard or a skate grip that you did? Because I know those are definitely cool.
They're cool. They're definitely his hottest sellers.
Yes.
I think the first like official, like real professional skateboard deck I did was the Peepsicles, and that's when I did the matching grip tape to do that. But like before that, I was always just doing random stuff, like just buying cheap boards and trying to paint them or something. But yeah, the real ones were the Peepsicle ones, and just haven't stocked much up on the boards, but the grip tape's still there.
Yeah, that's dope. One thing that I actually would like for you to kind of tell the people, because I think it's an interesting story, bringing up the Peepsicle. You had your pins not ripped off, but basically resold for double the price.
Oh yeah, a lot more than double. I would say it was.
When did this happen?
Oh, you haven't heard
Oh,
this story?
No.
It's been nonstop.
Oh,
They're
that's
still
a
doing
good
it.
one.
I don't know if you can see these little P pins right here or any of them. Sell them for $10 online. People go and resell them $300 as a rare little P pin, never unreleased. It says RIP Peep on the back. But yeah, on Etsy, eBay, and sometimes they'll even match it with a shirt from Peep's official clothing line and stuff and mark up the price. But yeah.
No shit. That's insane.
Yeah. That's going to be my next game. I'm going to start buying Tyler pins and reselling them.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna give them back to him.
Ryan just handed me. Here you go.
Here you go. You take it back.
I found out who was selling them because they kept returning as a customer and buying them for $10 from me.
Dang.
So they were obviously selling them for $300 and making the money.
Yeah. That's drop shipping at its finest.
Mhm.
That's fucking crazy.
Can't even lie. That's crazy. So to anybody out there, don't do that. Don't be rude. Buy it for $10 or buy it for 10 and
Google
give
it,
him
$280. Buy it from Tyler for $300.
Do your research.
Gonna pay that fucking much for it.
Right. It's rare, but it's not getting ripped off rare.
Mhm. So yeah, since then
got
I've
them.
made like 1,000 more.
Yep.
You just
Yeah,
flood
they've
the
lost their
market.
rarity. Flooded the market.
Yep.
That's awesome. Which, speaking of that, have you guys seen how crazy these ladies are going for the Stanley Starbucks cups?
All I get on my Facebook is like the snobby posts that are like, oh, I could never freak the fuck out over this Stanley Cup, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What is a Stanley Cup? When I first saw it, I thought we were talking about the fucking hockey cup. I was like, why are we freaking out over
Avalanche
the
31.
hockey?
What the fuck?
I was like, I got one, I guess.
Right. It was so they've got what is it? The pink Starbucks collaboration. That's on for like $1,000 on StockX right now. Oh, I just got a notification. Killa joined.
Oh hey.
Let's add him to the podcast. Y'all remember Killa Billa from last week? Hey, we are
We took
recording
an
we
extra
are
hour to get
on.
set up, and that's what you came up with?
Well, look,
There's still daylight.
everybody's in the house. Everybody's taking up fucking rooms. So this is the room I got. Or I was gonna be out in the patio or on the driveway with mosquitoes biting me up. So
Which you'd have a
It was
beautiful
nice
view.
as fuck out there.
It does.
Yeah, I can't lie. You sent me those freaking pictures of the tattoo shop, and I was jealous. I was like, why is he sending me these movie clips? Like, it's just rude.
Fuck.
It's a pretty nice spot. It's a pretty nice spot. I'm pretty blessed.
No, you're underselling it. That sucker's freaking beautiful.
So once you guys come down, shoot, boo. Right, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah,
One day.
we need to. So to catch you up real quick, it's just gonna be us today. Scotty's missing. Tyler was just getting done telling us about Sluts and AKs. His pins were getting ripped out for a while, well, still are.
I
We're
got
talking
some
about art. Yeah, crazy pin story, man. You'll have to watch the podcast because we're not going to redo it again. But now that we're on, or that you're on, let me let's move on to you, because we're talking about art. What got you started into art? Not just tattooing, but I know you paint a lot. I actually have a few of your paintings hanging in my house. So what was your first kind of moment realizing that you were an artist, or like you really liked art?
I was small. I was young. So I was probably, from what I can remember, I was probably like 6. And I was drawing. And then that's kind of what I remember, just wanting to keep drawing. And just learning how to draw, and then crayons kind of seemed kind of lame. I wanted to use pencils and colored pencils, but I was so young that that's not what around the house. It was crayons. So, yeah, since I was young, and I think I inherited it from my dad and my mom. And then just through the years, I've just wanted to learn as much as I could about art. And I got into graffiti art when I was in my teens. Through high school, well, probably through junior high, and then high school is really when I started really exploring graffiti and murals and bombing on walls and having a piece book and stuff like that. And then towards my late teens, like 17, 18, 19, I really started wanting to tattoo, but I just didn't know how to get into it at that time. So I just kind of stuck to just drawing, doing pencil and ink, and wanting to be like an inker for comic books when I was younger. So I wanted to line up all the pencil work and stuff. But
That's cool.
didn't get to do that. Got into tattooing, but as I got through like more of my mid-20s and late 20s, I started painting, trying to really learn how to do that, because that seemed like it was hard and it was like a challenge. So I'm still learning. I don't know what I'm doing, but I paint. I try to paint a little bit. I do some acrylic. Want to get into oils. I used to do some airbrushing when I was young, but yeah, right now I just mess with the acrylics. Yeah, just some fun stuff, things I like to do. I'm trying to master stuff in that world, painting, and I'm just a newbie to it still, so it's going to be a while before I become really proficient at painting.
I don't know. You're being really modest. Your paintings are good. I like what you put out. They're very dope stuff. It's very I like it because you mix a lot of like old world and like spacey kind of trippy stuff, but not like that like crazy mushroom trip. Like your stuff is very defined in its own way.
Coherent.
Yes, yeah, and it's always big. You always work in large canvases. You always work in big settings. You never make something really small. I mean, sure, even your sketch pads, you use the huge, big old. You always go big. And that's really cool. That's one thing that I really like to watch when you create, is like going so big and so large. Definitely pushes me to do bigger. That's for sure. That's actually why I did whichever way that one, because it was just, you were putting out such big stuff. It's like, I got to do something. Nice. So don't be too modest now. You are a painter.
Hey,
that's dope.
I look at all the painters and stuff. I watch like even this British, like it's like the portrait artists. And I watch all this fine art stuff, and I'm just like, holy smoke, what am I doing? But I do understand that what I do is different. So I try to I try to keep that in my head, because when I look at these other painters and what's going on, I'm like just blown away. And to me, my stuff in my head seems pretty novice. And then I look at these cats and I'm like, holy shit, these guys are like kings, you know? So, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, definitely. Always. Anything you want to add to that?
No, man. I just I really like that we're all working together. There's all these artists in this crew, and we have all these different ideas, different backgrounds, but we all got kind of the same drive and goal, and to kind of like bounce off each other and create, and, you know, just build this really cool brand in this family. So, you know, I think this is cool. The next step and kind of getting out there and letting folks know what we're about is the podcasting and communicating to the world and stuff. So I like that. This is cool.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. New venture. Definitely new and fun for us.
Although I don't like hearing myself, and this is a little weird for me to watch myself on playback, but I'm trying to get used to it. So
yeah, you'll get used to it.
I almost wore a mask.
Yeah, right. It was torture for me to do the editing, because it was like, I don't like the way I talk, I don't like the way I look. So I'm right there with you. It's hard. But after 2.5 hours, I'm like, I don't care. I just want to get it done. I don't care what I sound like. I'm done. So, but it's fun though. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my favorite artist, Miss Nat Bat.
Look, you don't backtrack on that.
She's my favorite artist. Don't let her tell you any different.
This one time when he... No, I'm just kidding.
Right? She'll tell you the story. It'll come out. And before this is over, she'll tell the story.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Tell us what got you into art, what got you into body modification, and just clothing designing as well, because you not only are a piercer, you're not only a cool freaking person, but you are a clothing designer. You are co-owner of 3 Art Collective. You do a lot. What got you involved in all that stuff? What kind of brought you into it?
So I think, gosh, this is a really hard question. So I think for me growing up, art wasn't really promoted as much. I guess it wasn't as it wasn't seen as like an avenue for life for me and my family. And that's not to say that my family wasn't creative. There just wasn't a lot of creativity going on. So I think it took a while for me, and I think it's even pretty recent for me to kind of see myself as an artist. Because I remember always being jealous and envious of people who could draw, who could paint, who could take something from inside their head and put it out onto paper. And I think recently it was when I realized that that's not the only form of art out there. That's not the only way to be an artist. Definitely being a body piercer has helped me a lot with that creative side. I remember always being fascinated by body art and by body piercings. I remember the old, like, when I was super young in the early 2000s, and it was like the thing to go get pierced at Claire's, and just seeing everyone that has their, like, the helixes done all the way up their ear. Nothing really inside the ear, but I was always just fascinated by seeing, like, those all poke out. And I think that was the first I can remember of being interested in piercing itself. And then when I finally got to be a piercer and got to work with higher quality stuff and different colors, different gemstones, different metals, and I finally was able to process how to put things together to complement each other to make a cohesive look. That was when I kind of started seeing the actual artistry behind it. I've always been pretty right-brained, pretty technical, and so it's just been a lot of fun to experiment with all this different kind of stuff. As far as clothing designing, gosh, I think when it first started along the avenue that we are going now was probably when you and I first met back at Dreamscape, of just wanting to make t-shirts and wanting to make shoes, just wanting to put the logo somewhere, but creatively, or an artist in a different kind of way, rather than just slapping your logo on something and charging a crap ton of money for it. Like, I want to incorporate my logo artistically into something. But as a teenager, I did make a lot of punk streetwear, studded vests, studded jackets, things like that. I don't really do that anymore because it's tedious and it makes my hands hurt.
Yeah, you guys go crazy. You and Arlo do some nuts stuff. When I went by earlier today, he was showing me a jacket, and
Where's
somehow we lost Tyler. I'm not sure where he went, but
that bitch?
oh, my Wi-Fi went out. He just messaged me.
That
So
motherfucker.
he'll be coming back around. He'll come back. He's
I haven't
connecting
put
now.
on my night
Anyways,
shirt.
I didn't.
no, I've got a sweater on. I'm cold.
I don't even have my sweater on. It's
Like,
That's awesome. I was gonna say 13th floors. Really?
it's
That's what you're gonna find for our podcast?
it's a nice
Whatever.
sweater. You know what? I pulled the chain out. Fuck you.
Just kidding.
All the other ones are covered in dog hair. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, no one sees the dog hair, but okay. But yeah, actually, kind of going off of that, just to give the people a little bit of what she's talking about. We are 3 at our collective. This is a few of actually the original crew. I think this is the
OG crew
right here. This is what it started with. So we might as well give the 3-eyed story, right? I mean, just a little recap, just so the world knows. And I don't really talk too much about myself. I talk a lot.
Yeah, you don't get to get skipped out on. It's you have to answer the question too.
I do. I'm sorry. So I am Sarah. I am the creator of 3 at our collective, if you want to call it that.
Founder.
I don't know what it is. Founder? That's the word I was looking for. I knew that was the right word for it. I'm the founder. I tried to start 3 at our collective a few different times before. Actually, the bigger time that kind of almost made it was in 2017. I had made the first few t-shirts, and they sold decent, but it was a lot to just tattoo clients that I worked on. It wasn't until me and Natalie actually linked up at Dreamscape, where we were actually kind of able to move things along a lot quicker and cooler. So COVID kind of ruined a lot of things for a lot of people, but I kind of feel like that's what helped start 3-eyed. There was a lot of money being sent out. I mean, I had bought a vinyl cutter out of the blue, and then all of a sudden COVID hits. At this point, me and Natalie are like, we're just kind of making stuff. And so, COVID goes by, and we're able to work again. We're able to tattoo. We're able to pierce. We're able to get back into the shop. And we get a call from one of our buddies who lived in Colorado and moved to Arizona. He's like, hey, we're doing a tattoo convention. If you guys want to come down, we'd love to have you. And so at that point, it was just me and Natalie. And me and Killa were good friends. We've been, Killa, how long has it been? 5-6 years?
6 years for sure.
Yeah, 6 years. And so I called him up. I was like, hey, because he was up in Canyon at the time, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. He was up at a shop up there. And so I had messaged him, and I'm like, hey, man, me and my friend want to do this convention. Do you want to roll out with this? And we went. And we're now, 3 years in?
Yes.
Ish?
It'll be 3 years in April since that convention. Which is crazy. Isn't that fucking crazy? 3 years since Ink Mayhem.
Well, and what was it? I went the other day to do the end of the year, 2014 thing. So I got all my badges together, and it's a lot. It's like
heavy.
It's intense. But it's just cool to see what persistency will do, what not quitting, and just having a good team. I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been trying to do this for a while. I've been trying to make 3 at our collective something for many years. Many years. I mean, the logo alone goes back almost 13 years now. That sucker's old. But it didn't take till I can get these 2 guys here to really make it awesome. So now we're doing podcasts. We've got our own shoe out. We do conventions. We hang out with famous people. That's what we do now.
It's life.
But it's art. It all started with art. It all started with just wanting to draw and put something together. So it's cool to see how much it progresses. I know it's been a road, But Killa. Okay. Tyler's not here, but whatever. I gotta ask this question because I asked Nat and Tyler earlier backstage. Do you have an internal monologue? Like, can you think of something outside of like what you're doing in that moment in your head?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm glad to know the people I hang around have one. Because apparently the rest, or not the rest of it, but a decent amount of the population doesn't have an internal monologue. And I think that's weird.
Yeah, it's because we're weird.
Fair.
That is true.
Creators are kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
So, got all kinds of shit going on in our head. Yeah.
Yeah, we're weirdo.
Yeah.
Um,
I understand what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy how much like your mental has to do with artistic kind of thought process. Because I still believe everybody and anybody is an artist or can be an artist. You know, with enough practice and enough put into, you could do it. But what separates that is that, like, can you make it up in your head? Can you see it in here first before you put it on paper?
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. That's where.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Tyler.
Hey,
It's good to see you.
good to be back. Kind of.
Everything working?
Yeah, just on my phone now.
Oh, nice. Well, we can hear you and see you. So that's what matters. What else about art? That kind of was only 28 minutes. I felt like I was talking for longer, but
Well, that's how it goes. You feel like you're talking for fucking ever. You're like, all right, I gotta wrap this shit up, and it's only been 5 minutes.
oh yeah, that's my life story right there.
Did you guys ever have an art teacher that you liked?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't.
No,
No.
Tyler?
No.
Not like thought was cool or interesting, just
No, I
a
think
jerk
part of
regular
my
old teacher.
I think my part of my problem was like, oh my god, if being an artist turns you into this bitch, I don't want to do it.
Yes, they've all been like mean butch lesbian girls.
What? So mine, but they've all been stoners. Those have been my favorite teachers because they always smell like weed. But
No,
everyone's like,
got,
oh
like,
no, they're
peace
just.
teachers.
No, I feel like mine always came from
Yeah.
like Boulder. Like they were
Yeah,
Boulderite women.
Oh, that's all art teachers in Colorado.
My junior high
But like the
teacher,
transplant Boulderites.
she's a pretty cool lady, and then my high school teacher, she was a cool lady. They were cool.
I had one art teacher in high school. The 1 year that I went to high school. Well, 6 months that I went. He had like only his, like he had his thumb, and then like his pinky and his ring finger, but he was missing the pointer and the middle finger, right?
Oh
I
shit!
don't know why that's important. I just thought that was cool. It has nothing to do with the story. But he used to let us play music, and everybody would put on like, because I went to Broomfield High School, which is a very white uppity. It's Broomfield. I don't know how to explain it. But every time it would come around for me to play music, I played Ratchet. I went hardcore. I usually got kicked off the radio. But I was like, I'm an artist. Maybe this is what I listen to and I draw. And they're like, well, that's probably why you draw crap.
That's why you're failing, sweetheart.
Right. Yeah, can you believe I failed art, actually? Like, that wasn't
Well,
even...
Yes, because of some of the stupidest fucking assignments that they gave in art class.
I
It was
think
like-
so, but yeah, that's interesting.
Tell me the history of the color yellow, bitch. I don't want to.
Well, you know, in the 17th century... I'm just kidding. I don't
I
know.
was like,
Yeah, I think it's
Dude, one fun fact about yellow that I will give you, not history, but I guess it is history. Vincent van Gogh used to eat yellow paint.
I did know that.
So if anybody has anything to do with paint history, that's the one you should remember. Don't know why.
yeah.
but I really want to eat yellow
my
paint.
paint, but I don't.
For
It
a
It
long
just sounds
time.
like it, you know, it feels like it's butter, you know, like just
Like pudding.
just a spoon. Well, and then you know where I mess up is I use like paper plates and spoons to move my paints. So it's just like that. I really just want to scoop
Take a
that up.
bite.
One time I think I was 18 or 17 or 18, and
Was
I
that
was in
last
New
year?
York. Yeah, it was like 6 months ago. I went to the Met Gala, or just the Met. I think it's just the Met. I don't know, the big fancy art museum that's in New York City, and I saw. I think it was the original Starry Nights, and I was like, what would happen? Like, because it wasn't very well guarded. Like, there was just like some velvet rope around it, and it was like in a fancy frame, and that was it. I was like, what would happen if I just ate it?
Like just shoved it in your
I
mouth.
just ripped it
and
off
just-
and just ate it. Like, would I be infamous?
Oh yeah.
Cut me a
Oh,
piece.
what the fuck?
Nope, now Kill's gone. He's like, no, I'm not getting involved in that. Yeah.
We're not.
Kill is like, no, art heist for me.
Like, what if I just that's the impulsiveness I had. I just wanted like
I don't know. You know, I really want to like graffiti on a famous piece of painting. I don't know
I think
why.
that'd be cool.
Nothing like specific. Just
So then, do you guys have an what was it? I feel like I should know more about it to ask this question. But do you remember it was like a couple months ago when someone threw like tomato soup on something on a famous art piece?
that
Oh yeah.
happens more often than you think.
Like, I know it's a form of protesting, but I forgot what they were protesting.
Oh no, it was just something they should have got beat up for, probably.
Yeah, I
Because
see
I was like, do you
Yeah.
like? Because I think when it happened, I was like, I feel like there's a better way to go about that. But
Yeah, there's a better way than destroying art, especially
and destroying history.
Yeah. That's a huge no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I say I want to write over other artwork, let me specify, not like the Mona Lisa.
Not
I'm
vandalize
talking
it.
like those. I don't know, vandalize.
That's the
Yes,
best one,
vandalize
though.
it. Yeah, no, we're not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is I don't want to go over history, like beautiful pieces of artwork. Like I'm talking like those weird red, black squares. Or
Oh, yeah.
yellow, like that. I just want to go write my name in the little corner, like just a quickie, just a
Over
little
that.
throwy.
Or like over a Keith Haring piece of work.
I don't know who that is. Oh yeah, is that the dude who does the weird?
I think that's his name.
That's the one. You know what I'm talking about, right? The one that I hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
'Cause
I
I
like that
actually
guy.
remember in like second grade art class, I was actually really in love with his work.
Yeah, you were telling me that. We were
And then
out
I grew
in LA or whatever. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
Keith
you
Haring.
got taste.
Yeah. Well, this one's got a
Pretty
stick on it.
I hate that guy. Are you Googling stuff?
Yeah. He's
I
got
want
two
to Google
monitors.
stuff. I
What do you
set up
wanna-
2 monitors.
What do you want to Google? I got
I
you.
don't know. Oh, cool. So you're the Googler.
I can be the Googler. The Googler.
I don't know how we
All
can
right,
share
next
that
week my
Google.
setup's gonna be good.
You know what? I got lucky. Arlo had an extra mic.
I got lucky because Arlo had all this streaming shit.
She means he loves her. That's what she meant. Doesn't matter that he
Well,
has it.
he didn't like give me permission to. I just started using it, and then he came home and he's like, "What you doing?" And I was like, "Podcasting."
His setup's dope. I didn't realize how
Tyler
crazy it
looks
was.
like he's in a radio
I
studio.
use it with you.
Huh?
He looks like he's in a radio
I
studio.
use it with you.
Can you use the restroom?
No, I want to use Arlo's stuff with her.
If you want to,
Oh, yes, yeah.
you gotta sleep with him though.
Tyler, kill him. One day when we can all get together. Well, and Nat, because we're going to need you too for this.
Okay.
I want to do a podcast one day where we get those 1,000 milligram drinkables and we just down them straight to the head, all 1,000. And Nat just trip sits to make sure that we don't like walk away and like.
I was gonna
make
say I'm the
food and,
trip sitter of this.
yeah. So you make sure we don't like just like disappear. Like, well, we've all got to be in the same room. So when we can all be in the same room together, that's when we're gonna. And then
I
we're
give
gonna up
it-
the stakes and add more edibles and blunts and see what happens.
That's the only munchies you
I don't know.
get. The only munchies you get this whole experience are edibles.
That's it. Nothing more. We didn't even get to eat the day before. Like, you got to wait 24 hours. We're
We're
going to take, like,
fasting,
enemas.
bitch.
Like, we're going straight clean.
I say we add hot noodles to the munchies.
I don't know what that
Okay.
means. It sounds
Noodles.
dirty.
Want to eat? Eat some hot noodles.
I think
Oh,
they
you mean
actually
Jimmy
have
Burger Pot. I
hot
thought he was
noodles
thinking
as an
spicy
edible.
noodles.
Spicy noodles.
Some what is it? Budak? Budak is the hot noodle.
Oh, yeah, the spicy ramen, yeah.
We just got to get, like, that butter, the weed butter, and just slice that off into everything we eat. Just done. It may not be 2 hours, but it should be funny.
I give it 45 minutes before you're all just like
Just done, just slumped. And we're not
Dad
going to stop
napping.
recording. This is a 2-hour recording.
all dad napping on the fucking podcast,
Just slumped down.
going in and out of sleep apnea.
I couldn't move for hours when we were at the convention. So I just imagine what a podcast would be like.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good times. It's good times. I'm
Very
down.
much good times. I think that would be fun. I think that'd be a cool little podcast. I'd have a kick out of it.
You remember Love, Death, Robots on Netflix?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like, the first season, there's that one about the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was watching that one the other day, and I was like, damn, I really like this one. I watched it. That was probably like the third time I watched it.
Right.
But I really kind of paid attention. I was like, man, that shit was kind of cool because he was that artist, but he was a robot. And then his paintings kept getting bigger and bigger, and then he's painting like asteroids and shit.
Yeah.
That shit was cool. I like that shit.
Yeah. Freaking art's crazy. What people are doing these days is just nuts.
Yeah, there's some cool shit out there. I follow some pretty cool artists on Instagram.
What is your guys' opinion on AI art?
It's cool.
What's somebody else's opinion before I give mine? Because I've got a very good.
I think it's cool. I think it's dangerous to a point, but I think it's cool.
I do think we have a while before it starts taking over artistic jobs.
Yeah, because you still need that real.
Right. Have you seen AI art try to draw a hand? It's it's a fucking.
So what's funny about saying that? If you see the painting behind me that I did, I painted it and did the whole thing. And near the end, when I started shading, because I made that angel through AI. I guess I should start with that. That angel was made through AI. By the time I got to the shading, I didn't realize that she only had 3 fingers and 1 thumb. Which I kept it that way because that was kind of cool. 3 fingers, 3 head, whatever. But AI is not ready for like actual things. Like I keep seeing these posts of like crazy, outlandish. Like there was one that was Florida's sunburn contest, but you could tell the people's faces were warped and the hands were like. I don't think it's ready for that stuff.
No.
All AI is a poor Adobe editor.
Yes.
That's all it is. It's not. Everyone's like, oh my god, AI is making something new. It's creating. It's gonna kill humanity. No. Do you know what AI is going off of? That's humanity's biggest fear. So it's playing off of your fear. It's not what it can do. It's just making what you already gave it. It said, okay, this is what's going to freak people out. This is what I'm going to say. Like, you want to be freaked out. And then with the artwork is always going to be off. It's never going to be right. It is a very cool tool. It is very cool to use for tattoos and for references. Or I guess I should say it's only good for reference. That's about it. You really can't make something new or creative with AI artwork. Because now AI, like running a website and making prompts, that's where it gets scary. Artwork, I think we're safe. Is everybody leaving?
All
okay,
right,
whatever.
fine.
No one likes me.
And even
It
just
was
for hi,
cool.
how are you?
Hi.
Even just for references, like I've used the AI arts on our website, like the AI write a prompt or whatever. But I always have to edit it slightly because I'm like, this doesn't fucking sound right. So AI still has fucking moving a cat. Sorry. Anyway, AI still has a long way to go to have like human comprehension.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh, yeah.
doesn't, it can't, it can only go off of the things it's given. It can't make something new.
Yeah, it's not sentient. It can't
Yeah.
think for itself.
And like
And
it is very
it's cool.
specific. So like I can't give it an idea. I can't give it, this is
Yeah.
the vibe. This is the aesthetic I want, and then it runs with that. No, it needs to be word for word. I want these words incorporated. I want this to do this, and I want this to do this. So it does lack a lot of creativity, which is good. I really hope the robots will get creative.
Well, and that's what separates the computer from human thought. You know, we can decipher what we gathered from something that we've seen to something that we would rather see.
Right.
When AI can only go off of what it's seen, what it's been given. But just even with artwork, like again, hands and arms, it's going off what it thinks that might look like. But
right.
Even with
and given
with
in that
like
situation.
yeah, well, even with like doing portraits and tattooing, like the image looks weird while we're working on it, but when you're done, it makes sense. And I don't think AI can decipher that. I think AI is kind of stuck in that, like, that looks weird, so I'm going to change it. Instead of like, that looks weird, but when I pull back 20 steps, it's going to look right. It's trying to affect what it's doing at the moment, and it can't decipher that difference.
I think there is like a lot
the other two finally popped back in. I'm going to throw them on real quick.
We're in a good conversation. Can you stop disturbing it?
It was good. I think they're both AI. That's why they're messing with it.
Ah, those bastards.
Hi, guys.
Anyway, you know, we're just gonna continue like you guys never left. So fuck you.
Yeah.
AI, you can't teach. You can't like AI art can never have the ability to learn like a human can. So I don't think it'll ever be able to understand like light sources or specific styles of different art, like shading and things like that. So that's where I think it has a very long way to go before it really becomes a replacement.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's a tool. It's added in there with Photoshop and Adobe and Procreate. Like it's just something you can use. It's not going to change anything. Like I even heard artists were freaking out, like, "Oh my god, they're going to take jobs. And they're just we're going to be obsolete, and there's no need for an artist." No, I'm sorry. Even with AI, all it is, it helps the artist. It doesn't help the consumer. You know, you really got to know what you're doing, even with the prompts. And I think even too, you've got to give it word for word what you want. And even when you do, it still stumbles over its own process.
Right. I think it might be safe to say that anyone who's genuinely threatened by AI art didn't realize how easy necessarily that certain process that's being replaced is.
Yeah.
Because like those who are afraid of like AI, it's so hard to say it over and again. AI art, digital marketing, and like promos. You didn't realize how easy it is to really put that shit together in the first place.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's good for like inspiration. It is very useful for reference, for inspiration.
Yeah.
But it'll never be able to do exactly what we can do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think kind of on the tattoo side of that is it's just for reference. I see a lot of guys wanting to use it as that's it. That's their new Google. That's their new Pinterest. They're just going to get their image from there and call it a day, and that's it. I don't think you can do that either. I think you have to use everything in tandem. You have to use that as your reference, and then you've got to use Google to make sure that picture looks right in real life, or whatever your reference is. I always go off of real life. I'm a realism artist, so I've got to kind of put that out there too. When it comes to like cartoon stuff, I think AI is amazing. It's perfect. It does great, but it's still kind of the same thing. It's iffy. But man, if you don't get that prompt right, you're going to be there for an hour and a half, which you could have taken 30 minutes just to draw it. Like, it doesn't make sense to sit there for that amount of time to just run that prompt and, okay, shoot, I meant this. Oh, shoot, the lighting needs to come from this side. That's just too much. Just draw it out. Like, It makes way more sense that way. But again, I think it's the latter. Some people take it to the complete extreme. That's all I use, and other people are like, oh my god, it's going to take my job. Take it for what it is. It's a tool. Use it or don't use it.
Yeah.
But it is
Good
crazy
tool.
though. It is kind of scary outside of like the artist world. Because have you seen like when they like remake people's face, like famous people's faces, and they'll make them say stuff, or
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Have you guys heard?
Places.
I know Sarah and I have talked about it, but have you guys heard AI recreating musical artists?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this shit is fucking wild.
It's scary.
Crazy.
Weird.
My
I've
favorite
got
one.
one saved. Oh no, you go.
My favorite one was Frank Sinatra doing "Gangster's Paradise."
That was a good one.
That was fire.
That was a very good one.
But it's in its baby stages, right? So it's still young.
Oh yeah.
It's learning off of us, but it's also has to learn what it's taught. And
Yeah.
it's a cool tool, but I don't think it's going to swipe up anybody's jobs yet. You know.
No, not.
Oh,
not
bye,
completely.
Killa. Oh, bye, Killa.
He wanted to switch sides.
Oh, okay.
On the other side. Yeah, I mean AI is it's crazy to think about that. I mean, because it's what, maybe a year old right now?
Maybe it is kind of fast how quickly it came up, though.
It is very fast.
That-
I think what's crazy is not ChatGPT, but there's another one that if you give it, like, it'll run your whole website. But what it'll do is it'll then go back to its original maker and make more of itself. So now your original one prompt is now 200 prompts because your one said, okay, well, I'm smart enough that I can delegate this task to somebody else, and I can delegate this task to another one, and I can delegate. So by the time you come back to it, there's 100 different AI bots running your website from the one singular one that you said, hey, do these things. And that's where I think it gets a little kind of scary. Is not that it might get stuff wrong, but that some of them can recreate itself to do other things. And that's where I think it gets weird.
Yeah.
Outside of art, just getting into the conspiracy world.
Yeah.
Deep dive a little bit farther into that.
Sorry, I told you I have a very
Just
deep
fall down a rabbit hole.
opinion
I had to stop
for
myself.
AI. AI is scary but awesome.
Yeah, it's so yeah, I start falling down the rabbit hole too. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many. Yeah. Well, then I think what we're also doing is we're using AI for a lot of things. We are using it for these photo references. We're using it to run websites. We're using it to write shit. Like and we're trying to perfect all of it at the same time. That's going to take some time because we're just now finding out that we can do that. But also, it's kind of been around longer than people think. Like when you open up a website and it has that little bot at the bottom that says, "How can I help you today?" That's fucking AI.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it's been around for a while, and now we're just starting to see it blossom. But it's kind of, I think it's going to plateau for a little bit before it can get bigger. Because
well, and I think what it is it's more to the public. It's not that it's new or we're now getting it. It's they're now letting it out to the public.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing as when you talk on your phone and say, "Oh, I want to buy new socks," and then you go on your phone and all of a sudden all you see is socks ads.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's AI. That's how it works. But now that other people have the process, like there's people, it's what's scarier than nerds. It's the computer guys, the coders. That's where it gets. It's not that it's not safe. It's not okay. It's what are these weirdos gonna do? What not weirdos? And I might say that in a crazy
No, they
way,
are
but, like,
weirdos. What are these fucking weirdos gonna do with this shit?
yeah. What's
And it's like when you get into like cybersecurity, like is an AI
Yeah.
bot gonna protect my bank account? Because no, I don't.
right? Yeah.
That. Like is.
Yeah,
So I
there's
guess
a lot
maybe
of-
that's where I can see AI taking over a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yes. In
Maybe
that
in-
aspect, if
Some different
for art jobs, it ain't gonna do it. You ain't
No.
gonna get rid of an artist.
It, it can do art. but it's
HR?
not doing, you
What were you
know,
gonna say, Killer?
I said it can do art, but it's not doing what we're doing for sure.
No.
No.
It can
But-
mimic. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all it can do at best is mimic what it can do.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's cool, but yeah, I don't think people need to worry yet. There's nothing really to worry about. It's just it's something cool that's out there, and what we're talking about in our community of art. Yeah, it's fun. It's cool. I don't think you should rely on it as much as people are starting to rely on it. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Well, it comes with its flaw. Like it's not as cool as everyone thinks. Like it's fun, but
yeah, it'll give you
don't
some
do everything.
about it when you ask for it. If you give it the details, for sure.
Yeah.
But there's like when you watch the videos of it making animation, like those little animated little, I don't know what you want to call them, but you'll see them kind of move, and then all of a sudden, like the part of the arm will disappear.
Yeah,
Or it morphs back. And it's like, 'cause
Yeah.
it doesn't know yet the full movement of anatomy and the angle that it's looking at, and it's projecting back to us what we're seeing. So there's some things that it's going to take a while for it to, top off and get perfect when it comes to doing shit like that. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it doesn't do some dope shit, because there's some shit I've seen. I was like, is that real? Is that a real lady?
Yeah, you almost
And
have
I
to watch
stare
them
at it.
twice.
And then you see them kind of move and kind of morph just a little bit, and I go, oh fuck, that's not real, But
Ah,
that's cool. They're getting there, but I mean, it still has. They need humans, man. They need
Right.
us.
What's funny is when AI first kind of started coming around, they almost got me. They had a metal rock band at Chuck E. Cheese. And man, the first two pictures looked real. They had a rock band on the stage. They had the hair. Like, I was like, dang, Chuck E. Cheese be doing it. And then I go through and look through the other 20 pictures. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's not real. But they had me at first. They had me. Them first two pictures, like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
There was one I
Gotta
saw. And I
look.
think it was just a variety of celebrities at a punk show. I think it was like one of Danny DeVito in a pit or something, and I was like, I believe this shit happened. And yeah, it was AIR. I was like, what the? I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it'll almost trick you, but you gotta just pay attention to the details.
And you'd be crazy too how many people look over the detail and think that's real and are just, and that's the scary part is the people who don't look deeper and just like, oh, that's real, that's happening. Because I keep running into, and of course because we're doing the podcast, I'm googling more podcast stuff, so all my search history or pop-ups are podcasts. I keep running into these fake Joe Rogan podcasts. Like, it's his voice. But it's not his video. It's not his setup. It's his voice, but a different video. So it's like, oh, did you guys hear this is going on in this country and this is happening? I bet
I
you
didn't
did.
think about that.
Yeah, but it's not his face. So you're not seeing the mess up, but you're not going to hear that different slur or that different pronunciation. You're just going to hear Joe Rogan's voice and run with it.
Especially if they're using a tactic like shock value and they're like,
Yeah.
they're saying something wild and different to catch your attention. You're not going to be paying attention to those small little vernacular differences.
And
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. What the only reason I ran into those is because I'm a look upper. I always got to double check, and I don't even know the right word, but I got to look into it. So I'll always look up the podcast. And so if I find something, I'm like, let me see if I can find it, and I'll Google it. And anything Joe Rogan says is very easily Googled. You throw in a YouTube search, a quote, like even if you said it for a second, it'll bring up his video. So I just ran into it because of that. And I was like, oh, that sounds crazy. I want to fall down that rabbit hole. And then I found out, oh, nope, it's fake. I started running into fake profiles, and it just got deep. I ran into a whole another rabbit hole. But yeah, AI voices, I think, is what's a little more scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. I bet they do Kanye next.
Absolutely. God, I love Kanye. I don't know. That guy's so crazy. I love that guy.
Because
I
what's
get
gonna
rich.
happen is AI is gonna say something in Kanye's voice, and Kanye's gonna like not remember if he said it or not. So he's just gonna back it 100% because he's like, oh, I would say some shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, at this point,
Whatever.
what
I don't know
hasn't he said?
anymore.
Yes.
What is he not talking about? We gotta have Kanye on here. If I could have Kanye on the podcast, I want to know what he's thinking.
My favorite Kanye quote is, "I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? If you know a product, you can sell it. Lady Gaga is the creative director of Polaroid. I love some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?"
That is awesome.
It was like
Out there.
my business owner motto.
Yes.
Anyway,
So talking about AI, going on from AI. What's
oh, you guys, Killa said something that I wanted to go off of. When Killa said that people are starting to rely on it too much.
Yeah.
I kind of had this thought today. It was something I was just thinking about some newer age artists, and then thinking about a lot of ego stuff in the industry. And I was like, kind of thinking, I don't know how the right way to word it, but like, I feel like a lot of people forget that a lot of this we take for granted, a lot of the resources that we have, and that a lot of this stuff can be taken away from us in an instant. Like, so if you're going to rely on AI art, do you understand how quickly that can, the Wi-Fi is fucking down. You don't have that anymore.
And I think a lot of that comes up when like we've been doing conventions. I think both of you have seen printers just don't like me sometimes. Like, just printers are my worst enemy. But if you can't hand draw it, or if you can't throw it together, I mean, conventions will really test you as an artist. I mean, in any setting, as tattoos, I don't know where Nat went, but I'll keep going. But even in like, these other settings, like you've got to be quick on what you're doing.
Oh yeah, you got like 100 people literally on one Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and people don't really, even for a concert, a large event, too many people on their cell phones will mess up the Wi-Fi, the internet. You're SOL. You ain't gonna get no AI to work. You're not gonna get your nothing to work.
Start sketching. Pull that pencil out.
Yeah,
and
that's why.
Get to
Yeah,
it.
that's why you're right. People really rely on that, and not that that's a bad thing. Not that there's artists out there that should feel bad about doing it. But geez, oh man, you gotta know how to do it without that. It's a tool if you have it. Can you work without it? Is the biggest question.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it goes even past like internet. Like, I don't know exactly what happened. You guys might be able to explain it a little bit better. But what just happened out in Europe over the last year of them like outlawing inks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I fell down my own rabbit hole today. I'm like, all it takes is one faulty rotary. All it takes is one shitty machine, and something horrible happens, and a lawsuit happens. Then you're out of fucking rotaries. You're all back to coils. What if you don't know how to use a coil?
Yeah.
You don't understand.
So what's funny and what's crazy for you to bring that up is both of you saw the Scarface tattoo I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the red ink background. This client that I work on, I've worked on him for years. Both of you have seen him throughout the last 5-6 years.
Cool dude. He
got an infection from the red. He had to go to the hospital and everything. He had to get antibiotics. But they told him he was allergic to the red. I've never done color on this dude, not once. I've been working on him for years, 3 days back to back, several times. Like, I beat this dude to hell. Like, we've done some work. The moment I put red in him, shit show. It's been. I mean, he's better now, but he had to get antibiotics. He had to go to the hospital. It was a whole big ordeal. So you can't fully rely on everything.
Mhm.
You don't know what that body's gonna do. You don't know what that, whatever the process is, not just in tattooing, but man, that little stuff gets crazy.
Mhm.
Tyler popped back up. I'm gonna add him back in real quick.
Hey,
There
Welcome
he
back.
is.
sorry about that.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, I think over there, yeah, it just takes somebody to stick their nose in the wrong place and in the wrong people to
No.
have a little bit of power and say, "Oh, we got to regulate all this, this, and this." And I think, granted, certain things it's valid, but I don't think the way they're going about it and just shutting down shit and banning shit. I think how they're doing it over there is a little bullyish.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Truly, I mean,
Yeah.
they're really fucking with the artists over there, and fucking with these ink companies, and
Just to bring Tyler up to date to what we're talking about how this last year in Europe, so I think it was inks. Again, I don't know too much about it.
Yeah. Inks.
yeah,
It was
They were
just inks.
outlawed and stuff. And so we're just kind of talking about how easily certain resources can be taken away from us, and people don't get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even with that, people don't realize how many things have come and gone from tattooing. Like Killa, you might remember. Do you remember when ink used to come in little one-use caps? Like it was a cap of ink. You pulled the little foil back,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Tyler remembers.
I remember that.
They're banned.
Coffee creamers?
Huh?
Like coffee
It
creamers?
literally was a coffee creamer of ink. It was a cap. It had a coffee creamer top. You popped it, one time use. It was
That was it.
supposed to be the new. It was supposed to change it. They're banned. Well, I don't know if they're banned. But you know what?
Oh,
It never became a thing. But I think with Europe, they really want to push. They really want to. But they're a lot. I think they've banned Skittles. They've banned certain Coca-Cola. So it's not
Well,
just tattooing.
true.
It's
Yeah,
they're being really pushy with everything.
Yeah, they want to have control because the tattoo industry over there got away with so much. To them, right? To them, it's like, oh, well, it hasn't been regulated from needles to inks to where they're tattooing to conventions. It's like, no, that's not the case. You guys are just fucking with something that doesn't need to be fucked with. And if that's the case, then it should be artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing that I do got to contribute to that
Yeah.
is in Europe they don't have the same disposable of stuff that we do. Like we're blessed enough that we've got Bishop in California, we've got Allegory in California, we've got Cheyenne Needles in California, but Europe, there's no Bishop Europe plant, there's no Allegory plant in Europe. Like if you can get it, but it's gonna take you a couple months.
Yeah. They get what they get.
And they only get so much of something,
And they've got
and
good
so
stuff. They do. Let's be real. They do have some good shit out there.
they do.
It's just blowing me away that there's folks that don't need to stick their nose and make regulations and do this and ban this without any. Like, how you gonna ban this and start controlling this when you're just coming out of nowhere on all these people? You know what I'm saying? All these people trying to make a living. They're tattooing, doing their artwork, and now all of a sudden you're saying no because why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I didn't really dig it when I first started hearing about it. I really haven't dove down that rabbit hole, but from what little I've gained, it's like, what the fuck are they doing over there? They're just fucking with artists in the industry so they can have their fucking claws into something that they've never been able to grab onto before.
No. Well, and the artists out there are just freaking top caliber right now. I mean, these dudes are some of the top or money earning artists in the world right now. I mean, Europe's just freaking taking over the game.
Fucking talent.
One cool thing that I do like about like the US outside of Europe and other countries is we've got the Tattoo Association. It's kind of like the APP, but it's ATP. I don't even know the acronym for APP, but whatever. It's the same thing as it's an organization for tattoo artists to have an opinion. So if it's $100 a year. You sign up for it, but you're able to get these newsletters that are happening where your vote actually matters as it's tattoo artist.
Right.
Okay, it
It's
keeps you up to date of like legislation and
yes,
regulations. That's cool.
yep. As of regulations. Which side note, that's what the APP should be, but there's a lot of gatekeeping and stuff going on.
That's what the APP started as, I think. I
Yeah.
haven't done enough research into it, and I like that idea on paper. Having an area where we can get involved in local legislation, where we can kind of work together on creating industry-wide standards. Like, this is the fucking standard. This is where we start at. If you're less than this, you're not a part of my fucking industry. But as it's grown and spiraled into the big ass blossom that it is now, it's definitely just a gatekeeping. If you don't have $500 to spend, you're not worth my time. Bullshit.
Yeah. Which the tattoo world is definitely hitting that kind of freaking attitude. But we won't get into that right now.
Something that you and I have always stood on. I mean, don't get me wrong. We know our worth. Like, we know we're not where we used to be, and there's no way you can ever get me back to charge what I used to charge. But I still want to be accessible. You know, if I get that
Yes.
$7,000, $8,000, $9,000 sale, fuck yeah, awesome. That's a good day. But if I also kept, a kid from piercing or tattooing themselves in a basement and getting an infection, that's a whole lot more worth it to me than that big sale.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I pierced and tattooed in my own basement, but we can see where that led.
Well, but that's what shows that hey, don't go that route, because I went that route and it wasn't good. So let me give you an alternative. Let me give you an answer from someone who's been there. So
Right.
it's not a bad thing that you started there, but that's where you can sit and be professional and say, okay, hey, that's where I started too, but I'm not going to make you go through everything I had to go through. Let's nip it in the butt right now, and let me show you the right way.
It's making safety more accessible.
Yes. Well, and I think that's the biggest thing, and we kind of talked about that last week. Near the end of the podcast, is just safety is the biggest thing, man. Artists need to know it. You need to know your metals. You need to know your allergies. And even for me, I'm a veteran. I've been tattooing for years. I've tattooed all three of you. And to hear that an infection came in last week, that hurts me in the gut. Like, that's a freaking gut punch. Because I make sure that I put all of the steps. I make sure all my stuff is clean.
Right.
I make sure they're clean. I make sure my process is as good as it could be. I mean, again, all of you three trust me to work on you extensively, and to be told that, hey, man, I had to go to the hospital because of an infection that I got because my body was allergic to the red ink that you use. It might be his body, but Jesus Christ, that's a gut punch to me. But to know that the difference, though, he even going back to that, he's like, I still want to work with you. We're not going to do anything different. What inks can we do? So now going into this, I know that it's not a me thing. It's a him thing. So now I've got to take different measures. Now I've got to go a different route. But that's the knowing that, it's knowing that I could know all of this, but there still might be an issue. There might still be something that pops up.
And what you're going to do is you're going to do research into probably, like, I know you're going to do so much extensive, probably more than you fucking need to. But research into what exactly was this client allergic to? What in this brand of ink made that happen?
Intense ink, and I ain't using it again.
Ooh. Called out. Yeah, you're going to, what exactly happened here and why. And some people don't understand. That's also what you're paying for. That is also the $200 an hour you are paying for, because I did extensive research into this brand of dye. And I know that people are allergic to this brand of dye. Can you tell me that? No, that's why you charge $100 an hour.
Cause and solution.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Cause and solution. But that's what makes us worth it. I love that. I think Jesus Christ, everybody and their mother uses the quote of, what was it? Van Gogh sitting at a diner and draws a picture for 20 minutes and tells this lady it's worth 20,000, but she's paying for his 20 years of experience, not his 20 minutes of art.
Hmm.
That's what we're doing. You are paying me $200 an hour because I know if something happens, I'm going to take every measure to figure out what happened and why, if I haven't already, if it isn't already something I ran into. When he had messaged me with the issue, I had already a list of what's this, and this, because if it was my fault, these answers would give me that. But that's not the case. These answers told me that this is something that happened with you. You need to see medical attention. You need to see further things. But
Right.
that's me knowing that. That's looking and saying, hey, that doesn't look as well as it should be. I get we beat you up for 3 days, but that doesn't
That's a
look
little
right for
funny.
3 days. Yeah, that's a little bad. When the solid black, the blacked out, is doing better than the red, there's an issue with the red. But that's what you pay for.
Well, they don't have the FDA. There's no limits for American inks out here, right?
Oh God, no.
What they did, I'm trying to look this up real fast. The EU ban is because of blue 15.3 and green 7. And that's because those two pigments create blues, greens, reds, purples, yellows, and parts of white tattoos. But they have cancer-causing agents. So it makes up 70% of their tattoo inks out there.
Yeah, I mean they're almost being forced to go back to black and gray, or going back into really, really basic, old school, traditional, and not even the same colors either.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
But I mean, again, how is that? How do you define that? Because even from, I mean, Jesus, when all 4 of us have gotten tattooed, let's say we all get the same color, but we all got it done in different years. There's going to be 4 different formulas made. So, are you going off of the bad formula, and that's what we're banning? But because we found one bad formula, now everybody's banned.
It sounds like
They're
they found
fine.
an ingredient. They found one ingredient that they're banning, and so now it may be like I mean everything you have has fucking, I think it's red 40 or red 5.
Yeah, they good stuff.
I think it's red 40.
It sounds like they found one ingredient that was bad, and now we have to find a new formula. But if every formula we've ever had has had that one ingredient, now we have to go back to caveman era and what color leaves can I mush up and make this dye out of? Like,
right. What? And that's what people don't get is even with tattoo pigment, all of our stuff is made from different. The red is not made from the same thing yellow's made from. Yellow's not made from the same thing blue's made from. It's rocks, it's plants, it's different minerals. It's tattoo ink is just soot. It's black. If you've ever had a barbecue or a fire pit, you see that black stuff that comes from the wood? That's what tattoo ink is. That's just mixed with some water and some other ingredients. I'm not going to get exactly into it so no one knows how to make their own ink.
Right.
But there's a certain way that you could just literally make fire freaking charcoal into ink. But that's what makes black. That's not what makes red. That's not what makes yellow. That's not what makes blue. That's how one process is made. And right now, that's the most safest. But I don't know. It's such a crazy color, pigments, ink, and stuff. It's nuts how different the process is just to make the colors.
And I think going back to what Natalie was saying, like we're pretty lucky over here because they haven't banned anything yet. They haven't fucked with us, right? The FDA hasn't fucked with us. Nobody's really fucked with us. They kind of just let us do our shit. And of course, I think there's somewhat of a little bit of testing they have to do, of course, out here. But nobody's really done anything like they're doing over there, which is we're pretty lucky.
Yeah, which it isn't like a bad thing that they're doing this stuff.
No,
I mean, I get the house behind it, 110%. I get it, but let's go back to we're pirates, tattoo artists. Like, hey, we're putting something weird in our body, and we're not really asking questions. Like, I I don't know. I'm sorry. That's
Sound
just
like
where
a
I
whore.
live. Just
You're not wrong.
tattoo me up. We're gonna do it. I want something on me. So I'm just stuck in that old school thought of like my body, my choice. I'm cool with it. If Red's
Well,
gonna make me live a little less, I got
even
a
like
dope sleeve.
when I was back in the early 90s, when I was a young graffiti artist in high school, we used to use these markers called design markers. Okay, and they came in like a metal little fucking casing. And they were markers, and they were markers that like professional architects and designers used, but we used them for graffiti. And they were like fucking $3 a marker or whatever, $2 a marker. But they were dope, right? For the peace books. But then they discontinued them because they said they were poisonous.
Mm.
Which sucked because I was like, they didn't bother me. I wanted to keep using them, right? Like, oh, these
Ah.
are fucking fresh. What are you talking about? They didn't bother me. They should have just kept, and gave you a choice, I guess. But they tried to make some other ones that were kind of shitty, and then along came these new companies with, I guess, safer ink for the marker or whatever. But
Yeah.
I remember using those markers, and those were the fucking shit for like 2-3 years that I used them. They were good. But yeah, they were causing cancer. They were poisonous, I guess. And we were using them in high school.
Yeah.
We'd like sitting there sniffing, like, and then we colored.
That's part of the problem.
Right.
That was the way to do it.
Yep. That's why they're not around.
Hey, so I understand that they try to keep the public safe, but when it comes to art, so far we haven't been. That would suck if one day they were like, you can't use none of these colors,
Yeah.
but you can have all the black one.
Right. Mhm. But to be told we can't use it or that's not the right way, give us a little bit of leeway. But again, that's not hitting us yet. That's not affecting us
No.
home front.
Yeah, which
Huh?
we're lucky.
What are you doing,
So
Tyler?
yeah,
Is that a Mountain Dew Baja Blast?
Baja
Oh, that's
Blast.
the one.
Sponsor me.
Is that the alcoholic one?
No. I think I have some of those in
never
my fridge, though.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's why I don't go to your house.
You were at my house today, apparently.
I
You
was.
told me that.
You weren't told. Well, me and Arlo are best friends. It's okay. And he needs more batteries for his sign for that door. So
Why are you fucking telling me?
Because you're
That's
just
public
mentioning it.
probably- Baja Blast.
Baja Blast. I have a bone to pick with alcoholic Baja Blast or spiked Baja Blast.
don't spike your
You
blast.
don't have a bone to pick with it. You love it too much. That's the problem.
I do. It's nice.
If you
That's the problem. It's too good.
It's
Make
dangerous.
it worse so I don't like it so much.
Make it worse so I don't drink 24 in the night.
Yeah, it was.
Story time. One time, Sarat drank 2 12-packs of Mountain Dew Baja Blast before they were allowed in Colorado. At first, they were
Hard alcohol. Baja
Yes, hard
Blast.
alcohol. Before they were legal in Colorado. I don't know if it was like they were legal or not legal. They just hadn't been brought to Colorado. But it was in Florida. He drank 2 12-packs of them, forgetting that it's still the
One night.
equivalent of drinking 24 cans of Mountain Dew soda. So, homie had a little bit of a sugar tummy the next morning.
The
But-
next morning,
Little
it
bit.
hit me for 2 days. I had to cancel appointments after that.
Damn.
so
I was afraid to let the guy fly, man. I thought he was gonna fucking die.
Not
That
even
was-
the alcohol.
Oh yeah, we flew
This-
home, huh?
This alcoholic Mountain Dew caused him to run through the streets of this like retirement home park in Orlando, Florida, screaming, "I have an erection" at the top of his lungs.
I think you got diabetes.
Is that why you cut back?
Actually, yes.
No, that was no. You were out there for the reason he cut back, but that was the third time
Yeah,
out in
you were
Florida.
out there for that one.
Do you
Yeah.
still have this erection?
Well, no, it was
Shut
because
up.
of that. Because I had when we went back with Killa, Frankie, which I love Frankie. If Frankie ever sees this, don't take this as the bad thing. I promise it's not a bad thing. But Frankie had made a joke on one of my alcohol bottles. It's the alcohol. Mind you, when I ran around that area in Orlando, Frankie was there. So was her husband or
This
well,
is the stepdaughter, no, daughter-in-law of
yes,
the
daughter-in-law.
owners of Fallen Heroes, who we love. We love all of them very, very much.
Yes, I
But
love
she's,
all of them.
as far as
So
high up, she's high up.
she's up there. I love that lady. She's family. So she had made a small joke. It was funny. I laughed, but at that point, I was like, "Dang, I got that drunk. It made a joke out of it, and it just kind of was like, I should
Yeah.
probably slow down." So yeah, sorry. Yeah. Story time.
Story time.
I still walk.
Why
I
did
think the
Frog go
last time we
sober
went
for
up.
a year?
Yeah, I went a year sober. I did.
Yeah.
And now
And
I
you've
just
been doing
socially
well.
drink lightly every now and again.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I still get loud and belligerent, but it's every now and again.
But he used to be a lot crazier, and it was a problem.
It was bad. I don't
I think it was fun.
mess with Mountain Dew no more.
I love when
Yeah.
Tyler drinks a lot because Tyler just passes the fuck out. My favorite thing.
I'm telling you, what was it when we drove to Missouri and I was driving in the van? There was a point, Tyler. I don't know if I've told you the story. I know I told Natalie. I definitely know I told Natalie.
I know a
'cause I
story that
thought
is
you
already.
died. We're driving in the snow. Okay. Tyler's in one
First of all,
seat.
no, I
I'm
drove
in
through the snow that time. I want to take credit for that.
You drove through half of it. I drove through the other half.
No, you drove through Kansas in no snow. Once we got out of
Oh
the
no,
snow.
it wasn't. It was the windstorm. That's what I drove through. When
No.
the wind
Oh,
was
yeah, the
catching the big
windstorm.
van.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like
When
a
we had our
sail.
door
That-
open,
No, well,
That was
when I was
funny.
driving.
No, that's when Nat was driving. But yes, I went from Homeboy's car. I'm not gonna say his name. And went to the van with the door open, and we just kept going back and forth to smoke because I couldn't smoke in Homeboy's car. Yeah, that's awesome. But no, after that, I think it was after we got through that snowstorm, because we've gone through a few. Me and you were driving. We were driving through the wind, and I had rolled, God, I think like 15 or 20 blunts, just pre-rolled, ready to go. And so I'm smoking, I'm driving. You had just drank your drink. We all know what that is. That's that twist.
He was on Twisted Teas at the time.
Twisted
Mhm.
Teas. And I just look over, and your head is in between the headrest and the B pillar of the door, just stuck right here.
just randomly.
I nudged you just to make sure you were alive, and you woke up. But it was like your head was gone when I looked at you. It was just
Sounds
neck
like
and torso.
possible.
Oh, my favorite thing about driving with you that time, Tyler, was like you and I could be in the middle of a conversation, and then like you would just stop, and I'd look over like 2 minutes later, and you're just fucking passed out. And I'm like, okay, I'll
Yep.
keep talking to myself. It's fine.
That was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
We almost shot some cows.
I do that a lot on road trips.
Tyler did almost shoot some cows. That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Hey,
no,
them cows kept running up on us though.
Mhm.
They
Tyler
wanted
did not
to smoke.
hesitate to pull a gun on the cows. Like, it was
There's always pulling on them.
automatic.
He's like, fresh
Come on.
burgers tonight.
What's breakfast?
Breakfast.
What?
The doctor always said I was a little artistic, but I think I'm fully artistic.
I'm 100%
You're on the spectrum.
Woo.
Aren't we all?
Autism. Where the hose
There
at?
ain't no hose here.
Make you want to keep a fat kid at Kmart.
I love that guy. I want to be like him one day.
He's cool.
He's
What was your favorite type of weed?
cocaine.
Mhm.
My favorite type of weed was cocaine. Who are the other two? The white and the black dude. That we talk about.
Oh, I think it's the You Should Know podcast.
You should know.
I think
He's
those
funny.
dudes are fucking wild. You're telling me Fruit Loops have a different taste?
I don't know whose side I am on some of those videos.
Dude, some of them are kind of. I'm like, oh, he got a good point. Oh, but he got a good point.
I'm
There's,
telling you, we've got to have our small argument.
There's the You Should Know podcast, and I think it's called the Back Basement. But let me figure it out. The other two, the two. Sorry,
Yes.
the two.
Bro, don't you have 2 monitors and you're using a phone?
Shut up, Tyler.
Oh yeah, that's like 3 monitors if you're using your
The
phone.
Basement Yard
Yeah, we
podcast. I couldn't remember if it was the Backyard or the Basement Pod. It was the Basement Yard podcast.
Basement, yeah. So once a month we've got to do stoner podcasts. I say we do a few. Let's just run them.
Triad?
Have fun.
3-eyed stoners
Triad.
opening the third eye.
Tree-eyed. Shut up.
Hey, is that what we're gonna call the logo, Tyler? The
Mhm.
tree-eyed?
Yep, that's what I've been calling it.
That's what I'm calling it. I've been calling it the 3-eyed pot leaf, but
Yeah, where you been?
I like the tree-eyed. I like that. All right. What do you guys want to talk about? What's the next one?
Fashion.
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 I'm
High
actually
fashion.
It's gonna be like a whole 30 minutes edited out. I can't lie.
We kind of spiraled these last 50 minutes.
That's a paid part of the podcast right there.
Mhm.
Anyways, what are we talking about? Clothing?
So, are you guys on MySpace?
Who?
Shut up.
Are you on Moco Space?
Ooh.
Stop it.
Y'all ain't down if y'all don't know about Moco Space.
Mhm.
I'm on.
I was never old enough to have a MySpace.
Same. I mean, like,
Just so all of our viewers know, I'm 12 years old.
I think I was just too poor to have a computer.
Don't actually say that because we'll get banned or something on YouTube. So she's not 12. She's of age. I just have to say that for the recording.
She's not 12. She's of age.
If this makes sense. Because you can't
Nothing
believe
is
how many
illegal.
times I've been asked this week if this is for underage or if this is explicit.
Mhm.
Yes,
is this
that
for
is
everybody?
that is
Yeah,
the thing
so
you have
she
to do
is
if you
of
have
age.
internet. If you have an
She's
internet
like 30.
presence.
She's 30.
In 19 days, I'll be 13.
No, she's not.
You
She'll
can leave
be
now.
30.
I'll be 23.
She's lying. She'll be 23. Anyways,
I have a question for all of the old people in the chat. When does
Rude.
Everybody but you.
everybody would.
when does the back pain stop?
It
You might as
doesn't.
well die now.
I know.
Yes.
Because
Call it
I'm not
over.
having fun anymore.
You gotta do stretches.
You have fun?
Stretches at night.
I was until the back pain.
But you were
started.
having fun? When was that an option?
Seriously.
What? You're gonna
That was
shrimp
the
up.
Baja
having
Blast?
drinks to have fun.
You're gonna get the shrimp. You're gonna be shrimping up.
You know what it is? It's because her liver's still good. When she has a drink and one drink kicks her ass at 28, maybe 27, she's going to have a
I'll give it
drink
a
that's
year.
gonna be like, ooh, I can't do that tonight. And that's when she's going to be like, I'm old.
Give it a year. She can't do those Baja Blast.
Baja Blast.
No, even non-alcoholic. Just regular Baja Blast fucked me up. Well, I'm done.
Same.
That sounds like a sad life to live. I don't want to live that life.
You're
End it
welcome.
now.
One
wonder
of
if-
us. One of us.
Shit, this sounds horrible.
My knees tell me when it's gonna rain.
God, I hate that. They just start aching.
I'm not lying.
That sounds horrible. I don't want to do this anymore.
Speaking of it, everybody rates tomorrow at 2.
It's supposed to
Knees
snow,
are
I
right.
think.
Hey, I'm also the not only parent in the group. What are your guys' kids doing?
I have kids.
Drugs.
They better not be in my. Oh no, I don't have any more beer. I drank it all. Oh, we're good.
One's getting ready to go back to school. No, both are working, and the third one's going back to school.
Darn.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got
Killer
one
kids are
sleeping.
adults.
The other one's probably
Yeah,
vaping at a
that kid's older
playground.
than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, his kids are older than you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You and Autumn are like the same age.
It's weird. It still always not weirds me out, but Alyssa always brings it up. She's like, I can't believe Natalie's my same age.
No cap.
All caps. I
We
thought
should
all
do-
caps was good, but I guess no cap is
Cap.
better. I don't know. This is weird.
We should do pop-ups this year.
Oh, we should do random pop-ups like in different states.
Or like in different
I
Walmarts.
say we do it.
Or maybe we should do them.
Can we
in
do like Spirit Halloween? Like
Yes.
we just rent out a building for a week and just bam,
We
buy
can't
my
do that.
stuff.
That gets pricey.
Maybe not that big, but
Well, not a whole freaking
I mean,
Hobby Lobby. I'm
They have
talking
them in
like
malls.
an old Radio Shack.
I'm
Or,
pretty sure that's what a
7-Eleven.
pop-up is. I don't know.
They run out pop-ups.
Can
in
we
malls
just buy
and
a
stuff,
tent and just literally pop up?
like a homeless person?
At a homeless camp? Shut up, Tyler.
Residentially
I've heard of
challenged?
homeless bars. Why can't we do homeless clothing?
Like a food truck.
Yes.
It's like a benefit for the community.
Oh, okay.
Just
Oh,
hop-
so more like a clothing drive.
pierce some people up.
hmm
I
Do
I
it
don't
all.
want to pierce homeless people.
We pop up
sorry,
and
that's
then we
not
disappear when the
serious.
cops show up.
Word.
like cops
No.
because when they get behind me, my heart races.
I don't want them behind me.
And I get a little bit of a high. I'm like, oh, are they gonna pull me over? Am I going to jail?
Like a Percocet, right?
Yeah, like just when one pulls behind you, like, oh, it's safe. I'm going to jail.
Dude.
Oh no, he's going the other way. Oh, that was
Just last week.
Yeah, last
Oh.
week.
last week. I lost that game. I was on a 3-year strike or a 3-year
Yeah.
streak.
last
I'm
year,
next.
last week you got arrested.
I will tell you, driving to your house, I was a little bit scared. I ran by like 4 different cops. It took me 45 minutes to get home. We live 15 minutes away from each other.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, but that area, I know that area. You guys have
They
cops.
get behind me, I'll park.
If I went the 15-minute way home, I would have gone past 2 police stations. I went to Broomfield. That's a county over
Leia.
to get home. Anywho, I'm free. That's what matters.
hmm So,
I hate that I did it too.
right.
quick question.
Quick answer.
I mean, how much was that bail? I mean, not asking personally, but if I might be
So
next.
for 2 warrants, and yes,
Wait.
it was 2 warrants.
2 warrants?
2
I might
warrants.
have like 3 or 4.
Tyler, why do you have warrants?
I don't know. Why don't you
Motherfucker.
have warrants?
Tyler, where do you?
If
I
I
don't
tell
get
you
caught.
my warrants, will you tell me
Oh.
your warrants?
What's your address?
It's your
I live,
Oh, I got it on my phone. Hold up.
I live on
Oh,
Drury
yeah.
Lane.
Jury?
hmm
That's awesome. Anyways, as we went on that tangent,
I've never been arrested.
never
Nope.
you got pulled over for like. Well, you were being.
We've
pulled
all been pulled over.
for, at least a good 15 minutes. You were getting pulled over, and we didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
okay.
maybe it was maybe
We
1
almost went on a high-speed chase on accident.
minute.
Which would that not be the most on-brand thing for me?
He asked me, "Why were you swerving in and out of the traffic?"
Oh yeah, that cop was stupid. The Kansas state police, all of Kansas is fucking
Stupid.
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 Fuck Kansas, and I will stand on that. We have 49 states because Kansas fucking sucks.
Yeah, can't do Kansas.
I-
We're not doing that.
I go to Kansas every once in a while. I got family out there, and I get to shoot guns at explosives.
You do that in Hawaii.
Not the explosives.
Oh,
He does it anywhere.
You get to shoot guns, but Kansas folk, they got a little turn it up.
I get explosives, but I will say, shooting guns in a living room in the middle of Hawaii is way better than any
How I
explosive.
woke up.
We had a
I walk
movie
out.
playing while homeboy and his girlfriend were laying on the couch, and we were laying shells out the front window.
Yeah,
I'm
Big
just
Island,
saying,
pretty unique. I love Big Island. It's a good time.
Big Island the place to be. I love me some Big Island. Big Island's fun.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It took us 6 months just to start a podcast.
I sent Sarah some pretty cool hoodie designs.
He did.
What's up?
I just need to be able to print more than one color. Which, Tyler, if we can get screen print,
Send me something. I mean, I need more room, but I can still work on something.
we need a warehouse.
We do.
That's the biggest thing.
For cage fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Just battle royale. Doesn't have to be to the death.
I think
But at
we're going to
least-
need like a weekend hustle, so we're going to have to do something to like bring the money in for that. Boxing ring, fight club.
There you go.
Or you warehouse for
Little
the
flight
clothes.
Mm-hmm. Something.
Yeah, Nat.
Okay,
What?
hear me out. Hear me out. This may not work for Killa, but for us Colorado guys, here's a business idea. Here's the next biggest thing. We stand outside of Walmart and we sell people bags. Just plastic bags. Just regular old plastic bag.
Can I go to Target?
Whatever store you want, I will sell you a plastic bag. Not 10 cents, 3 cents. Undercut. That's how we're going to make it.
You're stupid.
Plastic bags.
You're stupid.
You should sell one mitten for $1. The second one for 50 cents.
Oh, yeah. Well, it
150.
always goes up the more you buy. It never goes down. This isn't China.
Everybody
It's
needs,
America.
like, who don't like mittens,
You're stupid.
right? Like, keep your hands, like, bundled warm, doc.
Nice one. Like the claw kind of mittens? Like
Right.
cover your fingers?
Yeah.
Or like fingers cut out separately?
you know, you just doing some stuff. Maybe you got a box. Maybe you just got to pat someone on the back. Mittens. Then you guys are
Well,
cold.
just
If
So
you can
just-
communicate a product, you can sell a product. What the fuck do you know about cameras?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody needs it, but you're going to need it.
You're gonna need it. Keep them in your car.
You don't need them until you really need them.
Do it.
You know? You gotta have them around.
You don't know until you know.
It's my pitch for the week.
Exactly. I like it.
Your bitch for the week? What?
Pitch.
The fuck you call me?
Fucking Donnie Darko back there behind you.
I think so. I think this is something one of fucking what's his name? Arlo, his streamers made for him.
What's his
Ah.
name?
What this? He's your boyfriend.
The one who
Yeah.
lost his tooth.
You want him?
I
take
do,
him.
but
You can have him.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Well, I'll
he
take him.
loves me the same.
He's free. You'll return him though.
I don't think I will.
Free. Take him. All yours. Please take him. Please.
Oh, Arlo, what a good guy.
I will deal with Flower, Nico, and Seb. You can have Arlo.
I don't know if you can. Nico hasn't put clothes on in 3 days. Just underwear.
I love him. Nico hasn't
And-
worn clothes since last year.
No. And I might add, the only pair of clothing he wears, which is his underwear, he sags. So
You little baby butt crack. She's running around the
It's-
house.
all that. But he's cute as a button, so what am I gonna do? Yell? I can do so. I left this morning to go run to your house. He's like, Dad, give me a hug. Dad, I need a hug. Dad, I need a hug.
You
What
should
am
have
I
brought
gonna
him
do,
over.
stand
We
with a
could have put
naked
him in
boy?
Iggy's crate.
Oh, there he is right there screaming.
However, if you take Arlo, you have to take this thing too.
Oh,
No,
I'll take Iggy. Look at that weird trash
I don't
dog.
do well with nothing.
it's a cool flat face. Yeah, flat face.
Looks like my grandma.
Why? Because arms.
Mhm.
That dog is a scientific miracle. Okay, shouldn't
He's
be alive
something.
right now. But
Yeah,
this,
save dogs. That's what I say. You see a dog in a trash can, take it home.
That's what I did.
I love it.
That's also where I found Arlo. So you know,
Save them.
I will
I thought that was a story.
never
I have
let
photo
down the
evidence of this.
moment that he ate chicken in the sewer. That's my favorite photo,
Yeah, that's
or my favorite moment.
It is the most feral fucking photo I've ever seen.
it's
I
unforgettable.
love it. My favorite.
Oh, hey, Tyler, have you ever seen the photo of Arlo lighting himself on fire in the sewers?
No, I have not. What?
You-
It's
What?
gonna be
you
a
want
sweater.
to?
Like it's gonna be like a slasher
Hold on.
kind of
Yeah, we
like.
have to put the photo in black and gray. I can find it. Hold on.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a shirt one day.
Mhm.
Like it's gonna be one that like you'll see like famous people wearing one day. Like that weird like it's on fire.
Nasty.
NASA. That's fake. NASA's a lie. They ain't never been nowhere but the sky.
Shut up.
Don't-
Why did that rhyme?
Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon. Then who recorded it?
He only has one nut.
Wrong guy. Wrong one, sweetheart.
Hey, nobody needs to ride a bicycle on the room. Like, what do you need a bike on the moon for? Like, come on, my guy.
Take off some sweet jumps.
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, a sweet little flip.
Leave
Have
them
a
alone.
Strava.
Some flip kicks.
Here's shit called the Missing 411.
Missing 411.
Yeah, that's
What's
just
that?
creepy.
Aha! I found it. Okay, hold on.
I watched them multiple times and it's creepy. I've come to conclude there is something snatching people and then playing games.
What did you see in Miami? There's supposedly like a
There
skinwalker,
you go, Tyler.
10-foot freaking alien or whatever that was at a mall like 2 days ago or whatever.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
No? Yeah, it's crazy. There's like hundreds of cops, not like 20 or 30. There's like hundreds of cops. Look at these two laughing at Arlo. But there's like hundreds of cops.
Yep.
Let me see. I'm gonna Google it. I got
I'll send
the
it to you, Killer. Here you go.
Killer. You can get that. Well, let me see this.
Love that guy.
I think I can share it. Let's-
Killer, why is our chat? Where'd he go?
Oh, see, because you sent me something.
Oh, hey, there he is. I just sent an embarrassing photo of you to everyone in the podcast.
Embarrassing. That was like the coolest picture ever.
An embarrassing
That's the
one.
main thing. I don't know how I can add this.
That's not embarrassing. That's my holy grail picture.
Well, yeah, Killer. There's
You want to come say hi? You're more than welcome to.
Dope dick, homie.
there's some crazy stuff going on in Miami about this freaking 8-foot alien. I was trying to share it to the screen, but it won't let me. But yeah,
Eight.
if you get the chance, just check out Miami Alien at the mall.
At the mall?
Remember the shadow alien? What the?
Yeah, you haven't seen that? Even TMZ freaking reported it like 12 hours ago.
Oh,
Don't
no,
go on.
Hours ago on
TMZ.
some of these videos.
What the fuck is this ad?
Do we all have to look it up?
There's an ad?
No, no, I looked it up on the second monitor, dipshit.
Oh, wait, I'm going to try something, so let's see what happens.
What do you like?
Huh?
I said, oh, you're using
Oh,
Microsoft.
shit.
Oh.
Oh, did it pop up? Hold on.
Oh shit! Yeah, it worked.
Well,
Did it work?
You don't have another search engine.
I don't,
I didn't see
do
it.
you guys, what do you guys see? Because I just
What
got
the
kicked-
fuck is that?
Opera.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, so you guys see,
Yeah.
like, it's like an alien. I don't know how this happened, but I kind of did something. I don't know how to get out of it. But anyways, yeah, it's like a crazy, like it just happened a
Oh
few hours
shit!
ago.
Oh, okay. So I saw that on my feed, but I didn't pay too attention.
Yeah, but do you
to
see
it.
how many cops are there? I mean,
I
that's all the way down the street, all
see.
the way through.
I thought that was protest
I mean,
shit.
yeah,
I thought
it
that
was
was
No,
protest
that's
shit.
He's getting ran the fuck over, and the cops are like, "Yo, hold
Were you on
on."
dish today?
the best one that I seen was this one because the video. Let me see if
I can't see
TMZ will
shit.
let me watch it. I'm gonna
What do you
try
mean you
stuff.
can't see shit?
That's the shit, or he has the shit.
See a bunch of cop lights.
That's crazy. I'm gonna watch the video. Where's the video at? Where's that?
I'm trying to. Hold on. Skip that. Yeah. Do you guys see the TMZ video?
I'm too inebriated to be doing this. Hey, gay.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Okay.
Wow, everyone fucked everything up. Jesus Christ.
Do you see how bad that is, especially for Miami?
Miami?
I didn't know Miami had that many police.
Let me tell you something, man. It's Miami.
Oh,
I've been to
where's that
Miami
internet? They showing.
twice, 3 times. I don't remember. Twice. Have fun.
Bruh,
I've
that's a
only been
lot
to
of.
Miami. Stop sharing. Okay, there we go.
Ooh, so what? Can we send you like clips, and then we could talk
Yeah, if
about
you guys send me stuff, I can show you like that. I guess.
it? Okay.
I guess. Oh, wait.
I guess I can do that. I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Square is cheesy.
Anyways, yeah. So there's freaking. That was within the last 12 hours. Yeah, stuff gets wild.
I'm trying to figure. I'm clicking buttons right now. Oh, shit.
Perfect. I'm sharing your screen.
That's
You just have to
cool.
request it. Yep.
Sick. Okay. Present. Slides. Google Slow. Present. Share screen. Present. Entire
Should
screen.
pop up.
Da, 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 da. Okay, hold up.
This does
hold
way
up.
more than I thought it did. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold
guys.
up. Hold up. We're gonna try something.
Wonder where
Let's
I'm
do it. I'm surprised that just worked.
I know, me too. Okay, we're gonna put that over there. Okay, give me a.
See what the heck we can do. If this works right, this changes the entire podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Present.
Yeah.
Share
Screw
screen.
tattoos. We're
Joe
going
Rogan.
straight onto
Google.
crap.
Share.
Nat wants to share her. Yep.
Oh!
What? Oh, this just changed the game. That's dead. I don't.
Wild. That's so cool.
I'm just gonna throw your whole screen on. So
Oh, my whole screen.
Arlo's porn.
Oh God. Oh, apparently this wasn't the right. He came in and he yelled at me about the search engine. I don't know if any of you heard that.
No, I
He
did
was
not.
like, "You're on the
I was-
wrong. You're on the bad search engine." I was like, "You have 2 fucking search. You didn't have another one." And he was like, "It's that one right there." Fuck you. Anyway.
That's funny.
Sure
Okay.
Yeah, if anyone
Well,
wants-
you search. I'm gonna sneak away and go pee real quick.
What am I searching?
I don't know. Alien Miami at mall or mall alien, something like that.
Can't hear it. I don't know how to get the audio to work. That may be something on Sarad's end. But anyway.
But look cool.
I didn't see it.
You
What do
didn't
you
even.
mean- What do you mean you didn't see it, Tyler?
I went to the bathroom.
You dumbass. Anyway, no, when it started interviewing the 2 guys, the first guy that popped up, he's like, "It looks pretty real to me. That alien looked chill." I was like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck?
Motherfucker really didn't walk around, man.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a little sketch because I definitely know there had to have been more cameras on the scene.
Right. Right.
Like,
I don't know what happened, but I'm back.
we shared the video. I just shared the video.
Oh, nice stuff.
I missed it.
He's I missed
New
it.
reaction videos.
Either
Oh, sorry.
what? What are we doing? Let's do it.
Sorry,
What?
I was on something completely different, but that means we could do like reaction videos. So if any of us see anything really cool or funny or interesting,
We
throughout
go
the week, and we want to show everybody, and we want to get their reactions,
like that.
We can do that.
we can do
Do it.
reaction videos.
This just got way more epic.
Do you guys want to see me dressed as an old lady?
No, Tyler.
That's weird. No, but
Oh, actually, hold up. I think I remember.
let's
when
save
it was-
that.
Send me
No.
that later.
We're not doing this.
Hold on.
No.
Let's see.
Send me the link. Shoot, let's do it.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
I am too down. This just got interesting. This podcast
Damn
just
it.
got weird.
This podcast need a
Nope,
sign.
that's not right. Why is it not on fucking?
I'm gonna put some eye on, baby.
Not on what?
Why is it not on
What do you
YouTube?
Everything.
Oh, it's on everything.
Q.
Mhm.
Why?
Why?
You're spelling it wrong.
Next week,
She's spelling it wrong.
I'm gonna have a. I might
You're
be
gonna
in
have
the
what?
Jeep just cruising.
I don't know.
I
Where's
need
the music
to-
video.
I forgot to send you the mic link, Yella. I'm sorry.
I found it. Hold on. Oh wait. Oh,
No.
God,
Send
what
you.
is happening?
They got one at Walmart.
I don't know. Okay, so we were also trying to figure out audio. So maybe that might be something on Zerad's end.
Everybody needs good mics. That's on your end, not my end. But
Everyone.
I
Why
do
the
have to
microphone?
tell everybody.
Can you hear me?
Everybody needs good mics. What am I doing? Oh, I had to
Can
see.
you, can you hear?
No, give my all to the music. Give
Okay, I think that was it.
Yep.
That's awesome. I love it. Where'd he go? He's not even. Oh, there he is. I was gonna
Come on, go in.
say. That's awesome.
Great
I love
song.
that. I love that we can do that. I didn't know we could do it. Oh my god.
We're learning.
That changes the game. And Killa, I love the
here's
logo.
The college
I don't know
present.
how everybody
Oh
else feels.
shit. Okay, we're
Do
gonna see
you?
what happens.
What?
Hey.
Hold on, I have to prove everything that comes through.
This is a presentation I made in my
Okay.
Google Docs
Why?
when I was in
Oh,
college.
I can go through the slides.
What is happening?
The pit.
Like
Slaying the dragon. There's no slaying the dragon. Everybody dies. And Mr. Orange was the cop. Steve
Buscemi?
Buckley, Mr. Pink gets away with the briefcase.
Only briefcase.
What was this for?
What just happened?
Story time. When I was going to college and I was in the midst of my addiction, that was a product. It was
This
one
is
of my.
definitely making the podcast.
I think we all think you could have done
The
better.
assignment. Does anyone want to know the assignment? Has anyone ever heard of Hero's Journey? The fucking bullshit
We-
they make you do.
We
I
have
don't-
now.
What do you mean they make you do? Let's go back to who. What do you mean they make you do? Who's they? They never
School,
made me do
education. I don't know if
anything
it was
like
a
that.
history
Who
class.
was your favorite mister?
Oh, fucking. Oh,
Mr. Pink.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, am I the
think
only
it's
one who
Mr.
doesn't
Orange,
know what's going on?
the
Ah.
second to last one that dies?
Okay.
The one that kills the cop. No,
Reservoir Dogs. They're named Mr. Orange, Mr. White.
I think it's Mr. Orange, the one who like is arguing with Steve Buscemi the whole time.
Mhm.
Him or I can't remember the other guys. I can't remember all their fucking names, but
Ah.
the
You're
one
with the extra screen.
who cuts off the cop's ear. That scene in and of itself is fucking classic.
Oh yeah, he crazy.
All right, we're
I
gonna.
really can't lie. I've never seen any of that.
You've never seen Reservoir
I'm-
Dogs?
No.
It's
I've
good.
never
It's
seen it.
kind of hard to
You,
pay.
Nat,
What
you're gonna
the-
ask me.
He
I've
watched
seen
Blood
that.
In, Blood Out. He's
You
Mexican.
know my retention for movies. It is like 4 movies and 3 TV shows, and that's my entire life with TV and movies.
It's a prequel to Pulp Fiction.
You better just
Great
go
movie. I love Pulp
fucking
Fiction.
play.
Okay, I'm not. Kill it. Even you know, if it's not Big Bang Theory, it doesn't
we're
exist in my.
guys from Canada.
I
Were you-
like Canada. Did you
were you-
guys ever see Strange Brew? That movie came out of Canada. That was a good one.
Bless America.
Yeah, that's all right.
Holy Moses. I can't believe that. You guys just blowing my face off. Like, I had socks on, they're blown off. They're down the hallway.
God.
I
What
can't
other
believe it.
slides do I have?
Is it because I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs? Is that what
Yeah.
we said? Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Best movie on the planet, but it's a good
I've
classic.
never seen it.
It is a good movie.
So
And
does
it
anybody know
represents
how-
my life, apparently.
It's her life.
Hey,
Oh, did you guys see his edit? He made a really cool edit on it.
I don't know if it's on here. Oh, shit.
Where
You have it.
it's oh yeah, I might okay, hold on.
all right, I'm out of beer. So,
Oh shit, what the fuck just happened?
what?
I'm breaking
What
shit.
happened? What'd you? Oh, you're breaking his stuff.
You guys took my iPad in San Diego and just started.
No, that was me. I took your iPad.
I was gonna say, who's we? I was stoned the entire time.
Yeah, I'm
It
pretty
was
sure I was
not-
busy
Look
too.
at that.
Damn.
Look at that.
What happened?
Hold on, hold that. Right there.
Dude,
Look at
wait.
that. Look at that face.
You want to tattoo that on
That's
me?
the face of beauty.
Yeah,
Right there.
That's a portrait. That's a portrait right there.
I just shared his
I'll take
His
it on
edit.
my thigh.
Hey.
Whoa.
I
Yeah,
love
look
the
at that
half
face.
tatty right there.
Got a half tatty.
Bull poker.
Done. Half
Mhm.
tatted.
That was my bad attempt at a mash cow.
That's
You're
a mush cow.
Mushka. Oh shit, that sounds like Moscow. Is that where he's
Moscow.
from? I knew he was Russian.
Russian. He was definitely a Russian.
But yeah, I found those pictures in my.
You're welcome.
So I said, I'm going to draw on her face.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next crazy? What else is going on in the world? What's craziness?
I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on. I might have to.
There's a lot. I'm telling you, that Miami stuff was crazy. That was the most recent. That was the one that I was on. Just because it was aliens. We're in 2024. We're in 2024. Look at right here. Quality, decent. Okay? How in the world can we not get a decent freaking video of an alien? Like, are you kidding me? We're in 2024. Give me a decent, not great. Just a not from the freaking 70s video. Okay? Give me something better. I'm just saying, that's just
I'm with
me.
you. I'm with you. I
I don't know
want
if
to see.
everybody else feels.
Trying to see some alien titties?
Well, yeah, I mean, geez, though, even right now in Miami at a mall, there's an alien, and you're telling me we don't have at least decent quality?
Yeah, you're expecting at least like a quick pop out or something, right?
Just a nip slip. That's all I'm asking for.
That's what I'm saying.
If
Nip slip, he says.
just a slip of that.
Mm.
If
Like a
we can
little-
get one during the Super Bowl, why in the world can't we have at least one decent video of an alien? Okay,
Yeah, little
we can
under the
have.
arms, around the sides, boob scoop.
Yeah, what's her name? Janet. We can see Janet Jackson's nipple during the Super Bowl in 1080p quality, but I can't see an alien.
Hold on.
There's something wrong with this.
I feel like
Yeah, hold on.
America.
The alien.
1080p, I
Or-
can see her nipple, but I can't see an alien. What do you think? Anybody else?
All matters.
No, maybe we're not supposed to see it because the alien's a little more national security versus here, have a titty.
All nipples
18
matter.
and up
here, have
titty.
a titty.
18 and up titty. But I can't see an alien?
But I do know what you're saying because there should be a lot more videos. Yeah.
At least, I
There
mean,
should be like 20
right
dash
now alone,
cams,
I
and
have
we're down there walking around.
something. Right now alone, I've got 4 security cameras through my house. I can see who's walking up my front door. I can see who's driving down the street.
Right.
But you can't give me a straight video of an alien? I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just. Tyler, what are your thoughts? Aliens, real or no?
Star people.
Star people. You call them what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think the existence of them was already confirmed.
Yeah.
So,
Where?
I don't
the
think I'm
CIA
allowed to
did
say.
it like over the last summer.
That goes back to my facts. Or my point.
They're the homies.
1080p. 1080p.
So are you like flipping sides now? Now you're like, prove it, bitch.
Yes, 100%. If OnlyFans
Now
can come in 1080p, you better give me an alien.
that's no longer the question.
That
Now that it's been released that they aren't that alien life is real. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know what it does. Now you're like, fucking prove it. For the longest time, you were
because-
writing, I know
it's
they're real.
only
It's definitely
because-
real.
It's
have
only
to prove it
because
with an
the same
OnlyFans?
quality has came out for the last 20 years. You need to give me better quality today. Today. You need to come up to today's standards. If TikTok can give you good freaking quality, you better give me some decent quality on a police drone in Miami or wherever it's happening.
HD portrait mode.
You're stupid.
Yes. I'm just saying. I don't believe it.
It's not
I
too
think
much.
you're lying.
What were you saying, Tyler? What?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna look a little more into stuff. So next week
Mm-hmm.
we will be talking about that.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
I will tell you right now, I will always play the antagonist. So just so all of you know,
He just loves
I
telling.
will. I
He wants-
do.
We already know.
Natalie knows it. I still hate the Suicide Boys, but I have no reason to at
See?
all.
What is-
That used to be me.
So just so you guys know, I'll edit it out, but I will always be the antagonist. It's my favorite thing to argue. I don't even if I agree with you, I probably agree with you for half of what we're talking about. But
Do it.
I think I'm there too.
Do it.
That is what this podcast will be. I love all of you, but there will be points where I will just completely disagree with you just because. Where did them hearts come from? That was, oh God.
Yeah, what the hell? It does
Hold
that?
on. It I guess. I don't know. What does he do?
Hearts,
What does
babe.
Nat want? Nat wants to present something. Hey.
No. No.
Hey. That's a rapper. That's a rapper. That guy raps
He does. He raps now.
Does he really?
about Satan or something, right? No.
Oh, I was like, I'm so dumb. I was like, does he really? No shit. I bet that shit goes hard.
No.
Yeah,
That's
that's Sean Williams.
Yeah, I was like, I bet Sean Williams can fucking rap. Oh, god damn it. It took me all the way to the top. I'm going through me and Siraj. Sure, I understand. Okay.
No.
Hold on. Fuck. It's just photos. Oh, god damn it. Never mind, I lost it. It was just photos for. It was like a photo dump from Ink Mayhem.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ink Mayhem. What fun that was.
I can find it again.
Man, that
Got some
was
photos.
a good time. Still one of my favorite conventions. Like top 10. Top freaking, not even top 10, top 5. Like that's up there.
Okay.
That's fun. That's
Now I
fun.
think I understand how it works.
Even though still the only convention I've been to that had a strip club part of the freaking event. That was crazy.
Yeah, I think I saw a video of that. Hey.
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 Damn.
Man, that's when I was like 280 pounds.
That's my tattoo.
Hey!
That's the boy.
I still never got my trophies for that.
Ooh,
That was rude.
These were
Daniel
dope
Buckhorn.
photos.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Remember the gloves?
Oh yeah, the 3-eyed gloves. That was
We're bringing those back.
We had to wear. You
Or
remember,
different
Killer?
ones.
Do you remember we had to wear masks when we were tattooing?
Yes.
Like, I mean, we weren't forced to, but it was like,
This is
hey,
the face of our cult, guys.
And then there-
hey, look at that. I'm wearing an In-N-Out shirt.
Mhm.
God, I ate In-N-Out so much that weekend.
We did. We ate it like every night.
oh, that's right. I was right by the hotel.
It was not even right by the hotel. That was like in the lobby, like the parking lot. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time. That's what started it. That's the crazy part. Is that little bit started this entire freaking thing right now. Where we are now, because of that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That was a good trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
but
you guys want to see a super old photo of Sarah?
let's see. What she got?
How old? Because I got one of him at the Colorado convention.
Hey, dude. Hey.
Darnell.
Darnell.
That's right.
Oh, good old crab man. That's a good one. Shoot. When me and Killer did our first convention together, we were at 5280. We were literally back to back at a few points. Like we literally were freaking touching back
Tattooing
to back. He was tattooing, I was tattooing. I had to duck at one point for Sincere to get a stencil or something. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, I got some pics from that. Ah,
Yeah, I think that was probably one of our most well, me and
Nuts
you,
buzz.
me and Killer. That was me and Killer's craziest kind of little moment was working through that convention. Like, man, it was like clockwork.
we're the only ones that
Me,
wanted to.
you and Mo were tattooing. Sincere was piercing. Like
Yep.
in a 2-booth area. Crazy.
Yeah, it was small.
I wouldn't do it again. No, that was too much. That
But we
was
did.
too tight.
We did.
But it was cool for what it was.
Yeah, they had all kinds of cool shit there.
Oh my god! I just want to show you guys this. Just a little progress of Sarah.
Gotta get closer.
Oh, I want it to restart. There we go.
Hey.
Honestly, I think that looks horrible.
Well,
That's
that's not good.
Looks a little
Look
smaller.
how red it is.
look how
Yeah.
red it is. Like some of this line work's kind of like even the shading's not as smooth.
Whoa.
Pushing
That's crazy.
hard.
That's from I can't tell you in exactly. It was over.
That was a nocturnal.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. That
Long
was on
time
my cousin.
Nocturnal 1.
2.
2. Nocturnal 2.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which was up the street.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, that was. I've definitely way progressed from that.
I know. Here's some
Mhm.
old flowers.
Hey,
There's a rat with a grape on its head.
hey, that was a great one.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all right. It's all right. It didn't last over time though. I can tell you right
Yeah.
now, the cheek and the chin didn't fully lay as well as I wanted it to.
I can see that.
Mhm.
It fell out a lot. The eyes look nice and the lips, but the actual chin and shading, It's eesh. Yeah.
I don't know. Look cool. I don't know.
I'm comparing then to now. I would do so many things different, but it's nice. Anywho, man, it's been a good little episode tonight.
Yeah, not too shit.
How's everybody feeling?
Feel good.
Dang.
That's good. Oh, 'cause-
Fire.
Yeah, even now. Oh yeah, that's when Nat wrecked her car.
Fire.
She left my house that night.
I did.
We were having a business meeting. She had what was that? That car was only what, a month old or 2?
No, I had like 6 or 7.
Okay,
What did you
maybe.
do to it?
I slid through a red light
Why?
because it was icy.
Why?
Fucking look at it. It was fucking icy as fuck.
Yeah. Why was you going
That's how
fast?
fucked up my face was.
You
Still
goofball.
the best photos. I love those pictures.
Damn.
Yeah, ski masks.
Yeah, face warmers.
I gotta make more of those.
Oh no! Damn it! I lost all my progress.
2 scoops of voodoo.
Damn, we just enjoying talking nonsense
Talking
to
about
each other
that.
for no reason. We talking about that.
We
We
talk about,
just talking. So
we talk about that.
we talking about that.
Mhm.
So yeah. All right. That's talking about it. We had some fun. It got weird. It got off track. I think all of us had a good time. We'll see how it ends up at the very end, but
Good
thank you
time.
everybody for watching. Does anybody have any last thoughts or exits? Does anybody have anything to say?
Peace in the world.
Bye.
Peace in the world. Bye. Nat's got the deuce. All right. We will see you guys next Friday.
See you next Friday.
I hope you liked it.